You ever read a book where you feel like you're being slowly drafted into war? That's Malice by John Gwynne. You open the first page and it's like, here's a boy. He's sweet. He has dreams. He'll never be okay again. You don't read this book, you survive it. And not because it's badly written. On the contrary, Gwynne writes like someone who knows exactly where your emotional pressure points are and just casually presses down while whispering, this is going to hurt later. The tone, it's like if Braveheart and Old Yeller had a baby and raised it in a medieval boot camp. The world building, dense, not the bad kind. You should probably start a spreadsheet kind. You get kingdoms, alliances, ancient myths, questionable prophecies, some morally ambiguous fathers, and people whose names sound like IKEA furniture lines. You think you're keeping track, and then suddenly you're emotionally devastated over a character you swore was just background noise 2 chapters ago. Gwynne doesn't rush. He doesn't need to. He lets you get comfortable. Then he kicks the chair out from under you and watches you fall in slow motion while whispering, this is only book 1. You want action? Oh, there's action. But don't expect perfectly choreographed hero moments. This isn't Hollywood swordplay. This is, hey, he got stabbed in the mud and cried about it later. Realism. It's unglamorous, it's harsh, it's true, and that's what hits hardest. Nobody is safe. Nobody is perfect, and no one walks away clean. There are characters here who want to be good, but good doesn't keep your family fed. There are warriors who fight for glory. Until they realize glory bleeds just like guilt. You'll watch children grow into killers and men cling to hope like it's the only dry match left in a storm. It's brutal, but it's also weirdly comforting because Gwynne doesn't just write pain, he writes resilience. And the animals. My God, the animals, they don't talk. They don't need to. They stare at you from the page like they know things. You're not just reading about giant wolves. You're making eye contact with grief in fur. The humor, hidden, subtle. It shows up in the awkward silences, the petty jealousies, the moments where a character says something you know they'll regret in 6 pages. It's the kind of humor that makes you smile while your heart breaks a little. You're not laughing because it's funny. You're laughing because you recognize the ache. By the end of Malice, you're not clapping for a twist. You're sitting there quietly trying to figure out when you started caring so much about a kid who just wanted to do the right thing in a world where right and wrong are both soaked in blood. This book doesn't want to entertain you. It wants to remind you of loyalty, of innocence, of how fast we lose both. And somehow, John Gwynne makes that feel beautiful.